Hi and welcome back to another story from Reddit, Tales from Tech Support. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for future content. Let's now get straight into today's video. A failed application, one size fits all, 250 broken telephony reports, and the sudden realization that no money has been saved as IT never paid for that system in the first place. Some context for you. The company in question has around 3,500 staff, grouped into about 25 business units, spread across about 20 sites. There are 3 service desk teams, each supporting some of the business units. There are 7 telephony systems across the company, 5 of them with call recording systems hooked in. 5 of these telephony systems and 4 of these call recording systems are supported by head office. The final 2 telephony systems are supported by the team I'm on, one of which has a call recording system linked to it, which we also support. One problem with this call recording software was that elements of the UI used Flash. The system had been around for a long time and undergone a few upgrades, but the last one was about 5 or 6 years prior to the events I'm about to recall for your entertainment. Another fun fact: it only worked in Internet Explorer, not Chrome, Firefox or Edge. Our local business unit, who relied on the call recording system quite heavily, had been pushing for an upgrade for some time, but Group IT kept saying no. That was until the CIO ordered a review of all systems and services used across the company, with the intention of eliminating any traces of Flash from our infrastructure. Finally, we were getting an upgrade. It's also worth mentioning that the call recording system was originally implemented by our local business unit, back when they had their own internal IT team, before their internal IT was merged with the group IT. Even though we still spent 90% of their time supporting just them, had contracts that differed from group IT, had bonuses based on local business unit performance rather than group-wide performance, etc., we still officially reported to group IT. Perhaps a decade after the system had been purchased, other business units decided they wanted to start recording phone calls, so group IT opted to go with the same system we used, albeit a newer version, with fewer features licensed. 4 new systems were set up, linked into 4 of the other phone systems across the group. These were all supported by the service desk team in head office. Around this time, a new service delivery manager came in and wasn't happy that there were 3 service desk teams supporting different business units. He wanted all the teams supporting all the users across the business. He wanted duplicate systems removed or merged and maintained centrally. He wanted device and systems configurations unified across the group. He was chasing a one-size-fits-all approach to IT. So when the decision to upgrade the systems was made, the task of coordinating it was given to the central projects team, and my team leader was assigned to the project to advise them of our requirements, risks, etc. For background, she was useless. And even more so when it came to projects. In one instance several months earlier, I had been taken off a project when it was moved to the central team and she was put on in my place. After a few months of the same issues cropping up over and over, I asked to see the issues register for the project. She didn't know what that was. It turned out she hadn't reported any of the issues we'd encountered, or reported any of the remedial works we'd been performing to the project manager over the course of the project. But whatever. I've got no involvement in the project, so don't really give it any thought. The week of the upgrade finally comes around and the new systems are run alongside the existing ones for a week. We receive confirmation from the project manager that user acceptance testing has been a resounding success and that they're ready to deactivate the existing servers and switch over to the new ones. This switchover happened on a Tuesday evening. On the Wednesday morning, I get in at 8 a.m. to find that all the wallboards are down. I report this to my team leader, who has decided to work from home as she was apparently up until 2 a.m. copying the config over from the old system. I'm a little confused by this, as surely this was done while the old and new systems were running side by side. I mean, How do you do UAT on a system that has no config? But whatever. She says the wallboards just need logging into and pointing to the new server, which confuses me further because the wallboards are provided by our business unit's CRM. It is the CRM that links into the call recording software, and I don't have access to the CRM config. She tells me to raise it with the developers. So I do. Edit. I later discovered that projects had only tested 2 of the 4 systems. The phone systems the recording system were linked into were running 2 different versions, so they tested the recording software on one system for each phone system version. Our site's phone system was on the same version as another site's, and the other site was chosen for testing rather than ours. Me. Hey, lead developer. Have you had any reports about the wallboards not showing call stats? Lead developer. Yeah, the call recording server is down. I'll ask infrastructure engineer to have a look when he's in. Me. The server isn't exactly down. It's been taken offline. The call recording system was upgraded last week and switched over last night. Here's the new server address. Lead developer, give me a few minutes. A few minutes go by and I start getting phone calls from managers about call stat reports not being received. I try logging into the new call recording system and find I don't have permissions to the reporting section, so I drop a message to my team leader, who tells me to ask the head office team for access. I send them a message on Teams and log into Barracuda with my auditor credentials to see if I could find out if any reports have been sent. The last report had been emailed at 6:30 p.m. the previous day, from the old system. None had been sent from the new one. And then I get a reply from the head office team leader. What reporting section? Now a little information on the reports that this system generated. Most other business units had reports generated by the buy team, but our business unit used the call recording system. Team leaders and managers had permissions in the old system to generate scheduled reports, to be sent hourly, daily, weekly, or monthly. That could be run on extensions or groups that they had access to view stats on. This meant that a team leader could only generate a report for individuals in their team, or their team collectively. Meanwhile, managers could create reports for anyone in the teams they managed. Finally, the operations manager and a couple of analysts had access to create reports on any group or extension that existed within the system. There were about 250 reports in all. Some used purely to give managers visibility of what their teams were doing, others used to gauge performance for bonuses, which were awarded to some teams every other week. There were reports for which numbers were calling us the most, some targeting new employees, some targeting employees that were under review. While the business probably didn't need all 250 reports, a few were critical to the business at an operational level, so getting them restored was a big deal. So I call the head office team leader, $HOTL. Me. Hey $HOTL. There should be a reporting section in the phone system. The permission group is called Reporting Admin. $HOTL. I've never seen that section before. And you have global admin on your system. That will give you all the admin permissions. Me. I don't think you had the reporting module on your systems. But we had it on ours. And you're right. If I have global admin, I should be able to see the module. $HOTL. What was it for? Me. It tracked call stats. It let you run reports for calls and talk time and stuff for extensions and groups. $HOTL. Why did you need that? The buy team generates call reports. Me. It's just how it always was. Our CRM linked into the reporting module for wallboards too. $HOTL. Why does your team always have to do things differently to everyone else? Me. Because our team started using this system before everyone else. $HOTL. Well, now all our systems are the same. If we don't have the reporting system, then you probably don't either. Me. So what do I tell the business now that all their reports are gone and the wallboards are broken? $HOTL, talk to Service Desk Manager. FFS. As I get off the call, the lead developer tells me the same thing. Lead developer. I don't think the new system has the call reporting system. Me. No, I just found out it doesn't. Lead developer. So what now? Me. Can you replace the call stats section of the wallboard to say that it's broken and IT is looking into it? Lead developer. How has group ITF *** get it all up again? Call stats will be back shortly. Me. I'm not sure about the shortly bit. Lead developer. I was feeling optimistic. He put a clean message up with an open timescale for the fix, and I called my team leader again, who also said that I should talk to the service desk manager. So I spoke to the service desk manager, who said that all call report requests should go to the BI team, and that is how it has always been. I told him that our business unit had previously run reports from the call recording system. He reiterated that requests need to go to the BI team and that no such requirement was given during the project meetings. Thanks, team leader. So I called the BI team and asked if they were able to generate call reports from our phone system. They said they could, but they'd need details of the reports needing generating. Well, this will be fun. I hopped into vSphere and booted the old recording server up, exported a list of all the reports, and did a bulk run now on all the reports. While this was happening, I got a call from a senior systems engineer, the central infrastructure team. I'll call him $Bro because he was pretty cool. $Bro. Hey, escaped to the mountains. Did you just online the old call recording server? Me. Yeah, sorry about that. I need to export some config information that wasn't copied over to the new system. $Bro. Wasn't team leader up until 2 a.m. copying all that over? Me. She was. But she skipped all the call reports. $Bro. Why would she forget to copy over the call reports? Me. Because she forgot to tell projects our system had a call reporting module, so projects never bought the call reporting module. $Bro. How many reports were there? Me. Around 250. $Bro. Oh. Me. Our wallboards also rely on the call reporting module, so they're all down too. $Bro. Oh. Me. Yeah. $Bro. So why are you exporting the details for the reports if you can't set them up in the new system? Me. Service desk manager told me to send the details over to BI team to recreate. $Bro. You expect them to create 250 reports for you? Me. No. I expect them to buy the call reporting license. $Bro. Ah. But, next time, can you warn us before you turn a server online? Me. If I had asked, would you have said yes? $Bro. That's not the point. Me. If I had asked, would you have asked why? $Bro. Probably not. Me. So if I had asked, you wouldn't have found out how my morning is going. $Bro. Just warn me next time. Once I had a list of all the report exported and an examples of each report generated, I saved them to the shared drive, shut the server back down, and popped upstairs to see to one of the business analysts. I bumped into the business unit's managing director on the way, who said she was on the way to the lead developer to ask him about the wallboards and missing reports. I told her that there was a problem with the call recording server upgrade that had taken place overnight and that she'd get an email from one of her business analysts that she will need to pass on to the BI team. MD. Why do I need to pass it on to the BI team? Me. Group IT or projects or whoever was responsible for the upgrade never bought the call reporting module. I've been advised by Service Desk Manager that requests for call reports now need to go to the BI team. MD. And how long do you expect that to take? We need those reports now. Me. It would probably take the BI team months, if they can do it at all. But I'm counting on them not doing it at all, which is why the email requesting the reports needs to come from you. MD. How does that? You want group to buy the reporting module? Me, no. The buy team will want group to buy the reporting module. MD, because I'm going to demand the reports be created today, which they cannot do. Me, smiles. MD, did lead developer tell you to do this? Me, no, but I would like to say I've been inspired by him. MD, smiles. I eventually get to the business analyst and we start working through the list of reports. We decide to separate them all into groups, based on how essential they are. The ones used to inform staff bonuses went into the highest priority group, which we marked as needing to be completed by midday on Thursday. That was about 27 hours away. We also threw some of the global reports, i.e. reporting on all incoming and outgoing calls, and the repeat incoming call ones into this group. The group totaled around 70 reports. We then had about 60 into a second group, that we marked for completion within a week. About 40 marked for completion within 2 weeks. And the remaining approximately 80 for completion within a month. The business analyst writes this up into an email, attaching the .csv with the report configs to the email, and linking to a folder containing the 250 example reports that he's saved in his section of the shared drive. We call up the MD and he forwards it over to her. The MD then forwarded it over to the head of buy, with the business analyst CC'd in. A reply comes back about 5 minutes later saying they'll need to arrange a call as such a request could take months. The MD replied to say that was unacceptable, with the CEO, CIO, Service Delivery Manager, Service Desk Manager, Head of Projects, the project manager involved in the project, the business analyst, and my team leader CC'd in, stressing the importance of these reports to the business. I was still sat with the business analyst, so I got to see the long CC field in all its glory. And, thankfully, my name didn't come up once. Though, unfortunately, it did make its way back to me. The service desk manager found out that I'd raised the issue with my team leader and the head office team leader, and I ended up getting conferenced into a call about an hour later. Oddly enough, my team leader was absent from the call. Service Delivery Manager. High escape to the mountains. We need to understand what is going on with the call reports and you seem to know more than anyone else in IT about it. Service Desk Manager. Yes. Apparently you've been maintaining 250 reports for your business unit. Who asked you to do that? We aren't budgeted to provide that support. Me, hi all. I'm sorry you only found out about this requirement for the recording system now. I can confirm that the business unit had around 250 scheduled reports configured in the old recording system. But we don't really support it. Service Desk Manager. What do you mean, you don't really support it? It's an IT system. Who creates the reports? Team leader said she doesn't. Me. Did she not explain that the business unit create the reports themselves? Service Desk Manager. No. Why are they doing that? They shouldn't have admin access to the system. It's an IT system. Who authorized you to give users admin access to the recording system? Me. They didn't have admin access. They had reporting access. There were 3 levels of permissions for reports: admin, creator, and viewer. Team leaders and managers had creator permissions, so they are able to create scheduled reports. And then, Service Delivery Manager. This sounds like a security risk. What is stopping a team leader from listening to their manager's calls? Me. Recording and reporting have separate permissions. And, as I was going to say, Service Desk Manager. How much time are you spending setting these permissions? CIO. Can everyone please let Escaped to the Mountain say what he needs to say? And can someone get projects on this call? Me. Thank you, CIO. So we enter each phone extension into the system, and then put each extension into a group, and link the extension to a user. We flag each extension in each team as an agent, team leader, or manager. We then set recording and reporting permissions in each group. For example, in Team A agents have access to their own recordings and no reporting. Team A team leaders have access to all Team A agent recordings and Team A agent and team leader reporting. And Team A managers have access to all Team A recordings and reporting. So if an agent in Team A gets promoted to a team leader, we go into the group and flag them as a team leader and their access is updated automatically. This is part of our joiner, leaver and transfer process, which you, Service Desk Manager, recently signed off on when we updated it a few months ago. CIO. What about access for people that aren't in Team A? Me. We can also grant individual users permissions to recordings and reports for each group. I would show you, but that functionality isn't included in the new system, and the old system is offline. But there are very few people with access to recordings outside their own teams. Just the senior managers and directors. And the business analysts, but they only have reporting access. CIO. And you said there are also creator and viewer permissions for reports? Me. Yes. These are set at a user level. So agents have no reporting permissions, most team leaders have report viewer permissions, and some team leaders and all managers have report creator permissions. But they can only view and create reports for groups they have reporting access to. If the Team B team leader tries to run a report on Team A, it will show no results as they don't have access to query Team A's call stats. So even if we accidentally gave an agent user reporting permissions, all reports would be blank as they don't have any reporting permissions to each group. CIO. And you don't spend time supporting this at all. Just creating extensions, users and setting permissions. Me. If the disk space on the server fills up, the reports will fail to run, so we delete some old reports off the server. And when the SMTP relay address changed last year, the reports stopped working as well, so we had to fix that. But for individual reports? No, we don't touch them. That's all done by the business. CIO. Thank you. So, Service Delivery Manager. Why didn't we purchase a call reporting license for Business Units instance? Service Delivery Manager. The requirement was never raised with us and we had never paid for it in the past. CIO. So, Business Unit was getting the module for free. Service Delivery Manager. I would presume so. Project Manager. Sorry to interrupt. The module wasn't free. Business Unit were paying for it. Service Delivery Manager. Why were Business Unit paying for it? Project Manager. Because they had always paid for their instance. Both the core license and the reporting module license. I found out that the PM only found this out 15 minutes before getting onto the call. Silence. Me. Business Unit have had this system since at least 2004, back when they had their own IT department. The rest of the group only adopted the system 6 or 7 years ago, after their IT was absorbed into the group. I guess administration of the system moved over to IT, but the bills still went to them. But that's why we were on an older version to the rest of the group. There was a newer version out when the other systems were set up and ours was never upgraded. Service Delivery Manager. But now we pay for it. Project Manager. Yes, I believe so. All 4 systems are under one contract. Service Delivery Manager. But we paid for 4 systems before. And we pay for 4 systems now. So that doesn't add up. Service Desk Manager. The system at Site E wasn't upgraded. It was decommissioned. Silence. Me. Am I still needed on this call? Shall I go and tell Business Unit that they can cancel their contract for the recording system? CIO. We will handle that. Service Delivery Manager, can we order a reporting license for business unit? Service Delivery Manager, I'll contact the vendor now. CIO, thank you. Escaped to the mountains, I think we have everything we need. Thanks for your support to the business this morning. Me, no problem. Let me know if you need anything else. The reporting module was installed later that day, and my team leader was tasked with creating the 250 reports. I didn't hear from her at all the next day, so I guess she was up all night and slept through the day. It was quite a peaceful day, actually. And the wallboards were working when I got in. Turns out the lead developer put a piece of code into wallboard thingy so the message would only appear when the reporting endpoints returned an error. Otherwise it would display the call stats as intended. I loved that guy.